Hey Loudoun County, I'm Jenny and I'm the Behavior and Training Coordinator here at Loudoun County Animal Services, and I'm here to talk to you about mealtime. And I guess the first thing to say is if you are feeding your dog out of a bowl and just giving them kibble, you are missing a super valuable resource in terms of enrichment, in terms of bonding with your dog. So we've got a little smorgasbord here laid out for you, and we're just going to talk about different ways you can make mealtime more exciting and at the same time maybe buy yourself a little time to get through a conference call, write a few emails. Hopefully these tools will help you and your pup keep your sanity through these crazy times. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Kongs. There are many different types of toys that you can use for this. Kong is one that's pretty well known though. What we're going to do with something like this is take the meal. You can do kibble, you can do a mix of maybe broth, wet food, anything you want in there that you know your pup really likes. Go ahead and stuff that in there. In the beginning, you might want to give it to them before you freeze it, just so they kind of get the idea and can have an easy win and get that stuff out of there. But once they get used to the idea, you're just going to pop it in the freezer and let that freeze. This is a really great activity to give your dog to do when they're in a crate or when you just need some quiet time, maybe on their bed or mat. Another one, it might take a little bit more help from you in the beginning, are food puzzles or food dispensers. This is another one made by Kong. It's the wobbler, and basically what you're just going to do, this opens up, you pop the kibble in there, and then your dog actually has to kind of bat it around and work at it a little bit. There are lots of different varieties. We're kind of progressing from things you can find anywhere online to potentially stuff you can just make at home. So if you just look up food puzzle, you'll get lots of options. This is another one that we use here at the shelter, and it's a slow feeder. So if you have a dog that just gobbles their food all in one go, what you're gonna do is just do their kibble in there, and it takes them a little bit longer. They kind of have to root around and sniff. You can also pop these in the freezer. Just be mindful though, because my dog personally will like to chew on it like it's a toy. So you'll have to just watch them at first, but freezing it can kind of add a little bit more time. This is just a standard puzzle. This is a really great one to do as an activity with your pup. So getting their brain going, engaging them while you spend a little time bonding and having their meal. I don't know if it could get any simpler than this. This is a super easy do-it-yourself. Grab a towel, and what we do here is just roll treats up in the towel. You can make it as easy or as hard in the beginning. You just want to make it pretty easy for your pup to succeed, and then they just have to push through and root for those treats. That's a really nice one to do in their crate as well. And then these are a little bit fancier, but still definitely something you could do yourself at home. A couple different versions here. Basically, you're just gonna get a mat that you can tie strips of fabric, felt, old blankets, sheets, anything like that. This is called a snuffle mat. So the point being that you hide all their treats or their entire meal in there, and they really have to use their nose and work to get that food out of there. The end, down here, we have things that are a little bit more on your part. Whoop, we've got some money fur in there. This is called a busy box. So we use these a lot for the shelter as well. And what you're gonna do is you can put their whole meal in there. We put some little treats in there, some toys. We have a greenie, so something a little bit longer lasting. And in the beginning, like all of these things, you want to make it really easy for them to succeed at first, so you can give it to them just like this. But then as they get to be pros at it, you can either tape it shut or just fold it in shut, and then they have to really work. So for all you people out there that have dogs that love to shred and tear, this is a great approved shredding and tearing activity. This is just basically like a busy box light. And it's just toilet paper tubes. You can use paper towel or wrapping paper tubes, just a little mini thing. I love to scatter and hide these in the dog's crates to kind of help them have a little fun time scavenger hunt when you put them in their crate. Another thing that you can do too is just simply freezing their food. So you can do wet food, dry food, again, add some low sodium chicken broth or even just water, mix it up, pop this in the freezer. This is a great one for puppies who are teething and just want to chew on everything. Getting their meals in frozen form can really help kind of soothe those ouchy gums. All right, so these are just a few things. Again, like I said, you can really find an endless number of options to make meal times more fun and satisfying for you and your pup.